Welcome to the channel, everyone! Today we're diving headfirst into the exciting world of ethical hacking. We'll be exploring Kali Linux, the go-to operating system for security professionals, and uncovering the powerful tools it offers. Think of Kali Linux as the ultimate tech toolbox, packed with everything you need to test and strengthen systems against cyber threats. But before we unlock this toolbox, remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Our goal is to learn these tools for ethical purposes only, helping to make the digital world a safer place. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. All right, before we jump into the deep end, let's make sure we're all on the same page. First up, a basic understanding of networking is key. Think of it like knowing the roads of the internet, how data travels, the different protocols, and how devices connect. Next, familiarity with Linux is super helpful. Kali Linux is a Debian-based Linux distribution, so having some experience navigating the Linux command line will make your life a lot easier. Now let's talk programming. While you don't need to be a coding wizard, understanding the basics of languages like Python can be a game changer. But perhaps the most important prerequisite is the right mindset. Ethical hacking is all about responsibility. Let's kick things off with TBomb, a tool for testing your mobile systems. TBomb simulates a barrage of SMS messages or calls, stress testing your mobile security. This helps identify vulnerabilities. Think of it like a digital fire drill. Use TBomb ethically and legally. Unauthorized use can land you in trouble. Setting up TBomb is straightforward. You'll need Python on your Kali Linux machine. Download the script and follow the instructions. With TBomb running, specify the target number, type of attack, and number of messages or calls. Ever wished you could access your computer from anywhere in the world? NGROK creates a secure tunnel from your local machine to the public internet. It's a lifesaver for developers and testers, but in the wrong hands, it can be misused. Imagine clicking a link, only to have your camera hijacked. So how does it work? NGROK is like a bridge connecting your local server to the internet. It generates a unique public URL for your local server. Useful for testing, sharing projects, or accessing your home network. Always use a secure connection and keep NGROK updated. All right, let's talk about the art of persuasion, or in our case, the art of social engineering. We're not talking about charming your way into a party here. Social engineering in cybersecurity is all about manipulating people into giving up sensitive information, and the social engineering toolkit, or SET, is like the ultimate toolbox for simulating these attacks. Think of it as a way to safely test your defenses against the human element of security breaches. One of SET's most popular tricks is phishing. You know those emails that look like they're from your bank, asking you to update your password? Yeah, those are phishing attacks, and SET lets you create convincing replicas for testing purposes, of course. Now, the goal here isn't to become a master manipulator, but to understand how these attacks work, so you can spot them in the wild. By simulating these scenarios, you're essentially training your security instincts. Let's face it, passwords are the gatekeepers of our digital lives. But what happens when those gates are weak and easily breached? That's where brute force attacks come in, a relentless digital assault on those digital fortresses. Imagine someone trying every possible combination on a lock until it finally clicks open. That's brute force in a nutshell. Kali Linux arms ethical hackers with tools like Hydra and John the Ripper, which are like battering rams for passwords. These tools automate the process of trying different password combinations, relentlessly hammering away until they find the right one. Now, the effectiveness of a brute force attack depends on a few factors: the complexity of the password, the processing power of the attacker's machine, and the security measures in place. That's why it's crucial to have strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. Strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and robust security measures can make all the difference in keeping those digital gatekeepers firmly shut. Let's dive into the world of web applications, where data flows like rivers of information. But what happens when those rivers are dammed or diverted? That's where SQL injection, or SQLI, comes into play, a technique that exploits vulnerabilities in web applications to manipulate databases. Think of a database as the brain of a website, storing all the important information. Now imagine being able to talk directly to that brain, bypassing all the usual security measures. That's the power of SQLI. Attackers use specially crafted SQL queries, which are like commands for the database, to trick the web application into revealing sensitive data, modifying existing data, or even executing malicious code. One common target is login forms. By injecting malicious code into the username or password fields, attackers can bypass authentication and gain unauthorized access to the system. By automating the process of testing and exploiting these weaknesses, SQLMap helps security professionals understand and mitigate these risks. Get ready to explore the Metasploit framework, a playground for ethical hackers and a powerful arsenal in the fight against cyber threats. It's like having a Swiss Army knife of security tools, each designed to probe, test, and exploit vulnerabilities in systems. Think of Metasploit as a centralized platform that brings together a vast collection of exploits, payloads, and auxiliary tools. It's a one-stop shop for security professionals looking to assess the security posture of their systems. One of Metasploit's key strengths is its ability to automate many aspects of penetration testing. From scanning for vulnerabilities to exploiting those weaknesses and gaining access to systems, Metasploit streamlines the process, making it more efficient and effective. But Metasploit isn't just about automated attacks. It also provides a flexible framework for developing and testing custom exploits and payloads. By understanding how attackers exploit vulnerabilities, we can better defend our systems and protect sensitive information. Imagine a website being bombarded with so much traffic that it collapses under the pressure, unable to serve legitimate users. That's the reality of a distributed denial of service (DDoS) attack. A digital onslaught that can cripple online businesses, disrupt services, and cause widespread chaos. Think of it like a digital traffic jam, where thousands of cars, or in this case requests, flood a single road, the website's server, causing a massive gridlock. Legitimate users are stuck in the chaos, unable to access the website. Attackers use networks of compromised computers, known as botnets, to launch these attacks. These botnets, often consisting of thousands or even millions of devices, act like digital puppets, flooding the target with traffic. Tools like LOIC, Low Orbit Ion Cannon, make it relatively easy to launch DDoS attacks. By understanding how DDoS attacks work, the tools attackers use, and the potential impact, we can better prepare for and defend against these digital onslaughts. Let's delve into the shadowy world of remote access Trojans, or RATs malicious software that stealthily infiltrates systems. Imagine someone secretly watching your every move, accessing your files, and controlling your computer. That's the chilling reality of a RAT attack. These programs often disguise themselves as harmless files. Once executed, they open a backdoor for attackers. RATs can steal sensitive information and record keystrokes. They can even control your computer and use your webcam. Understanding RATs helps us protect our digital assets from these silent but deadly attacks. Let's journey into the depths of the internet, beyond the familiar realm of Google searches and social media, to explore the enigmatic and often misunderstood dark web. Shrouded in anonymity and whispered about in hushed tones, the dark web has gained a reputation as a digital underworld, a haven for illicit activities and cybercrime. But is it all doom and gloom? Not quite. The dark web, accessed through specialized browsers like Tor, is essentially a network of hidden websites not indexed by traditional search engines. While it's true that the dark web provides a platform for illegal activities, it's not inherently evil. Think of it like a physical city. There are well-lit areas with reputable businesses and shady back alleys where illegal activities thrive. The dark web is no different. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. Navigating the dark web requires caution